and Public Hearing Committee will come to order. Today is Tuesday, July the 2nd, 2019, and we are going to begin our agenda with the elections and confirmations. How's everybody doing? Great. Okay. So, can I have first the appointment, Ms. Martinez, for the term of the Human Relations Commission expiring April the 18th, 2022. Oh, welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you those same three questions I asked you before.
Okay.
Are you a voter here in Davidson County?
Yes, I am.
You live here in Davidson County?
I do.
And do you belong on any other boards and commissions that would prevent you from doing this one? Being on this one? Okay. You got your citizenship? Yay! Congratulations! All right, so I will open it up in case any of my council members have questions or comments for you.
No, we are so happy you came back with a citizenship, and
I was looking forward to
congratulations.
this.
So did I hear the motion?
Yes.
It has been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please show by saying. Any opposed? Nay? All right then, you unanimous.
Free parking.
Yay! Congratulations! Congratulations! Okay, Mendez, no. This would. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. All right. So may I have, please, Bishop Campbell? That is his appointment to the Metropolitan Development of Housing Agency for the term expiring on July the 1st, 2022. Hi, how are you, sir? Great. I have.
Take a picture.
She wants to stop the committee and take a picture.
I'm not stopping anything.
Okay.
Keep talking.
So I have some questions for you, and then we will open it up in case the committee members have some questions for you. Do you live here in Davidson County?
Yes, I do.
Are you an active voter here in Davidson County?
I'm working on getting my voter's rights back.
Okay. Would you like to explain that to us, please?
Yes, back in '94, I had 3 felony charges, so I've been working on getting those back, getting my voter's rights back because of those felony charges.
Okay. And being an active voter isn't one of the rules that you have to be on the committee, so I did just want to say that. And are you on any other Metro boards or commissions that would not allow you to be on this one? Okay, then I will open it up in case any of my fellow members have questions or comments.
So if I may, could you tell me about, Metropolitan Development Housing, Authority has so many things they have, not only housing, but, development and so forth. What is your goal to be on this board, and, what would you like to see accomplished as a part of this board?
Just to be a part of the vast growth here in Nashville, but also making sure that everybody across the board has affordable housing. I love the idea of the lady at McDonald's working at the window who will be able to live beside the doctor that works at Vanderbilt, who lives next door to the guy that owns the bowling alley. I think that's what Nashville has always been for me, just a great sense of community, and I think that's what makes Nashville a great city.
Great. I would like you to work on that. That would be wonderful.
Any other council members?
Move for approval.
I wanted to say something.
Okay, I have another council member who would like to.
We have 2.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Go
just
ahead.
wanted to say that I wanted to attest to Pastor Campbell's work in the community. He's very modest. He shared about the felonies. I think he's more than made up for it. He has this program for young men that have been involved in the criminal justice system, and he's done over hundreds and hundreds. And he's partnered with juvenile court. It's called Gangsters, right? Gentlemen, not gangsters. And it stands for gangs. And so I just wanted to share that because I know sometimes when we hear certain things like that may shoot up red flags, but we don't have to have any doubt about him. He has more than made his restitution to the community, and as you can see, he's very smart, compassionate, and he has his pulse, his finger on the pulse of the city of Nashville, and I think he'll be a fine board member to MDHA. That's all I'm saying. Thank you.
2 other hands, I believe.
No,
Here
I was just
and
going
here.
to just echo pretty much what she said, that I think it's really good that when you have people that come from the community, I understand that you were nominated and elected through the residents in the area, and I think that's always positive, and it's something that I personally look for in this committee, because you really have the pulse of the people when you work directly with them, so I'm very impressed with that. And I'm not a big stickler on voting rights, because I really personally don't think people should lose their voting rights short of treason, so I'm glad that you're working to get them back.
Okay, we have another council person.
Okay, I just want to say that I just certainly admire you and the work that you've done in the community. I've worked alongside of Bishop, and I just think you're a phenomenal man, and I think you are such an awesome role model, and I think this would just even give more credence to what you're already doing and what you're already showing the young men in the community. So you strongly have my support. That's all I want to say.
He's a McGavitt graduate. He can't be all bad.
Council Lady Murphy?
I'm going to move for approval again.
Second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any disapproval? Congratulations, sir. And
I videotape.
Documented everything.
okay, next, if we will have Ms. Franklin up, please. This is the reappointment to Tourism and Convention Commission. Ms. Franklin for the term expiring June the 30th.
Yes.
How are you, ma'am?
Chair.
Great.
Don't we have one more reappointment?
Oh, okay.
Same.
I'm sorry.
Right here.
Randy Millen.
Right here, Randy. Randy Miller.
Sorry, we need to request a one meeting.
I'm sorry, that's not, okay, see, y'all skipping, I got my information right here. Y'all come on with the chair now, come on with the chair.
correct the teacher.
All right.
Work schedule.
Hi there, how are you today?
I am doing great.
Great. Well, I have 3 questions for you. Do you live here in Davidson County?
Yes.
Are you an active voter here in Davidson County?
Yes.
Do you belong on any other metro commissions or boards that would prevent you from serving on the Tourism and Convention Commission?
No.
Great. Well, I'd like to open it up in case any of my other council people have any questions or comments for you. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I think we have no question about the success of Convention and Visitors Bureau, but oftentimes because of the success, many tourists comes in town, and there was some critical voice, kind of disconnect with the neighborhood. So do you have any vision to connect with the neighborhood, kind of reduce the gap?
We actually just talked about that in our meeting on last week, because we have someone that lives in the East Nashville community and trying to connect really CMA. How do we connect the CMA Festival with East Nashville? So that was something that was brought to our attention by one of the commissioners or board members, and so that is something that we will be looking at and addressing. We're having some discussions with all the neighborhoods and how we can connect the entire city for some of the major events that are coming into the city of Nashville, because we want all communities represented.
Right. Anyone else?
Move for
Yes,
approval.
Miss.
Sorry.
I'll just say something about Sherry, that she has just done a wonderful job. I attended the Renaissance when they remodeled it, and I was so impressed. She's definitely hospitality minded, and when I think about Nashville and as a tourist, when people come in, what type of image we want to present to people, I think she embodies that. And she's also a member of the Usher Board at Lake Providence Missionary Baptist Church,
Which I'm pulling back.
which I was a member until I was kind of pushed off, but I'll be back.
Would
Councilor.
you get into that some more?
Excuse me.
Bring her back to me.
Councilman Roden?
I move approval.
Did I hear a
I
second?
second.
It's been moved and seconded.
Questioning.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any
Thank you.
opposed?
We'll talk later.
Congratulations and thank you for your service.
Very good. Like, I knew she
All right,
said something.
now as that it was brought up before I got to it, but just to let you all know, the reappointment of Mr. Randy Miller has been deferred for 1 meeting.
Move to defer.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to defer for 1 meeting. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There we have it. It has been deferred for one meeting. Thank you. Now we are to our resolutions. Our first, Mendez, I do not think is here. Has anybody signed on to Mendez's resolution that is here?
Can we roll that to the heel?
Yes, let's do that. So hold that apart. Let me, so I won't forget that. Now, it's been ruled, the work and the legacy of Frida Kahlo.
Oh, sorry. Elrod asked if he could be pulled in here when it's
I
up.
signed it.
You signed this one?
Frida, yes.
Okay.
I'll let him know.
Okay. Yeah, Frida, the great painter?
Yes.
Okay, so, yes, and to honor her work. So would you like to
Right.
speak on that, please?
Yes.
Okay, it's been moved. Did I hear movement?
Second.
And seconded?
Yes.
All those, discussion now, please. Can we hear on that?
You know, just so simple. Frida Kahlo, a great artist. You know, everybody knows by her name, Frida. Just recognizing her great work and her 112th anniversary of her birth. So that's
Great.
that. I encourage everybody to sign on it.
Move for approval.
Second.
It was moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Let's do 6. All right, it has been approved. Thank you. So next, Council Lady Van Reese is in here, the recognition of the 50th anniversary of the Dove Awards, celebrating the unveiling of the Belmont Church, and I'm not even gonna try that, the Coffee House, and the, and the Christian Music Historical Marker. So it has been moved
Move for approval.
and seconded.
Second.
Ready for discussion? Would you please come and share with us?
Yes. I moved to Nashville in 1985, bringing my contemporary Christian music marketing agency here, and it was the 90s were a big time in CCM music here in Nashville. I was watching the Kennedy Center honors this past holiday season. And one of the folks that was getting honored, they introduced the band, and they said Alex Acuna was on percussion. And I looked at my wife and I said, Alex Acuna, he used to be in that band called Koinonia. And she goes, oh, I remember Koinonia. You remember Koinonia was the coffee house at 16th and Grand? And I was like, yeah, I wonder how come nobody ever talks about that. And so that spawned me doing a little bit of research, and I realized that there was nowhere in town was there any sort of historic marker regarding what happened with contemporary Christian music in Nashville as an economic provider, but also in conjunction with it happens to be the 50th anniversary of the Dove Awards this year. So even though when like we like to say when Jesus music came from California, it landed at the corner of 16th and Grand in Nashville, we wanted to make sure and acknowledge the historic significance of gospel and contemporary Christian music through this marker. It mentions everything from the Jubilee Singers to Amy Grant. And so we wanted to make sure that we had the resolution to go along with the historic marker. Next meeting, we have some folks from Gospel Music Association plan on coming. The folks from Point of Grace will be singing our invocation. And on the 25th, at the corner of 16th and Grand, find parking, that's up to you, we will be having an unveiling of the marker, and there will be several musicians that used to perform there present. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that this was an important part of my life and something that I wanted to make sure and do. So with Councilman O'Connell's help, since it's in his district, he let me work on putting a marker in his district. So that's what this is.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Renew the motion.
Yep.
All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It has passed. Thank you. It is.
Okay, Resolution RS 2019-1810 by Council Lady Lee approves the election of certain notaries, notary publics for Davidson County. Could you speak to that, Ms. Lee?
Move for approval.
Second.
No, I think she needs to speak.
You already know what they
Can you name them?
Yeah, 600.
No, I can't name them. And what I would normally do is ask Mike to come up here and give those to you, but since they're still in there doing the scooters, and since there is a motion already on the
Okay.
floor.
It's a motion, it's already
It's already on the floor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, it's unanimous.
Thank you.
You need to ask her to speak more often, we can faster.
Trying to move y'all along. All right, now we have some late files. One late file resolution is Murphy's, recognizing and congratulating Vandy's baseball team and Coach Corbin. So did I hear a motion?
Second.
It's moved and seconded, and for discussion, would you please elaborate on that?
So the reason that this is late filed is that I actually did request this prior to the third game. But given that Councilman Mike Jameson, our attorney, did not think that I should file it in case they didn't win and then have to withdraw it and jinx them or something of that sort. Anchor down, go doors. Move for approval, or I asked for, no, we need to approve it
It's
and
already-
ask for late.
Yeah, we just have to say if.
It would have come through rules
How
anyway.
do we do,
No
are we
problem.
okay
I
with
think
that?
so.
But no, I think we
Okay.
vote on it too because it would have come through rules. So it's a late and a rules agenda.
So all we're doing now is saying that because you have to suspend the rules?
Yeah, but you could still give a committee report that we're for it.
Right, so that's what we do. We don't vote on, we don't do the numbers,
No,
we
I need a
just
committee
say.
report because there's no other committee to give a report. You have to have one report to pass on the floor.
Okay, well, we're all in favor.
Yeah, so we give the
Yes.
report that we approve it.
Yeah, we're all in
You
favor.
don't need a.
5-4-0 again.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you don't
That's
need
fine.
a count, right?
I do. I would like the, I guess.
Okay, so just in case.
5-4-0 again. Move to
Six.
approve. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Six. Yeah, 6.
All right, there you are. Against?
Tell myself.
No, we all.
Okay, so there we go. So we have another ordinance for is this who is, Kendall, okay. Title 17 of the Metropolitan Code of Laws and Zoning and Ordinance of the Metro Government of Nashville and Davidson County by changing from RS5 to R6A zoning, property located at 525 31st Avenue North. Did I hear a motion?
So moved.
So moved, and it has been seconded. And discussion, would you please elaborate on this for us, please?
Yes, this is one that I was contacted by Doris Cal, and I got confused. I made two mistakes since I've been on council. This is one. And as to which she was talking about, which one she was talking about, I confused it with another one, and I didn't sign the legislation. It's first reading. It's been approved by council. Has nothing to do with STRs. It's just going to R6.
It's been approved by council.
I mean, I'm sorry, by
Planning.
Committee, by the committee.
Well,
Well, I think
Planning
that
Commission.
this block and this street for Mr. Kendall has had 45 rezonings, I think, in the last couple months, it seems. So you could easily get them confused.
Oh.
We've had a ton on Delaware.
Oh, have you?
So there's no way that you could keep them, I think anyone could keep them straight in your district
yeah,
over
it's,
there.
I'm
I get
fine
quite
with
a
it.
few.
I tell them that we approve it.
Yeah.
So put on it and it comes to
Yes, first
August
reading.
6th.
Okay.
Public
Okay.
hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to say approved, but like we did the other one, and since we did have a motion on the floor, I'm going to go ahead and ask for us to vote, then I'm going to get a final on late, if we really have to vote or
This
not.
one,
we don't have to
You don't
vote.
need a
we don't have to vote. This
No,
one would
this
come
is
back.
Okay, so
We're
this is just, we accept it, we approve it. Okay,
Thank you.
all right. Is there any other
There's
business?
yes, there's a letter to approve the
Oh, this one,
Mendez-
did he come in?
No, the Mendez one, there should be a letter to approve.
I move to approve.
Second.
There is supposed to be a letter. I did not have a letter in my information. But if it came and it has
says there's one,
already,
so
yeah,
hopefully
mine
maybe-
there was as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know where it is.
What is
Right
it-
now,
what's it
there's
about?
a motion on the floor, so.
What's it about?
Isn't it Tiff?
It's the amendment, number 6 to the Arts Center Development Plan, amendment number 1 to the Bordeaux redevelopment plan.
Yeah.
I understand.
So it's his individual.
That what happens.
And it does say a letter to approve.
Yeah,
So a letter was
all
given to
related
approve.
Yeah, TIF related to put the amendment to, so yes.
Are you here on that one?
Yeah.
Did we defer that last night, or did we?
I think so. This is related to the TIF formulating committee. I think this is the one that extends the deadline for the reports for all the districts.
Yes.
I think we deferred it last night in Budget and Finance. That's the only reason why it's not going to matter one way or the other because it's getting deferred.
The reason we're doing it is the reports that we get from Metro to MDHA come in May. Right now, we're supposed to report to you in May, so we're giving you data from the year before. If we extend the deadline, as requested by Mr. Mendez, we can give you more current data in our annual TIF report.
Okay.
So it's a good idea. I just don't know a process. I can't speak to process
Okay.
for you, but it's a
Thank
good
you.
idea.
So you all made a motion and you seconded. So what is your pleasure?
I mean,
Are we
as
gonna-
a committee, we can approve it and,
Okay,
because.
so then all those in
Yeah.
favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, there we have it then. It does pass. Still 6.
And did you get the email from Attorney Jameson regarding the last appointment?
Yes.
On the one that was deferred?
Yes, that I mentioned. When we don't make an action, one way or the other
Right.
on a particular candidate, then,
Yeah.
yeah,
Automatic.
yeah, so that,
So I guess that.
No, it depends on how many times it's deferred for it to
Yeah,
be
but I'm just saying,
automatic.
we have to-
So I guess
Right.
that is something that we as a body need to, so for example, tonight, the administration asked for a deferral on one of their people. I think that we need to talk with Mike Jameson, about, I understand that there's a charter, that it's part of the charter, but for example, the administration, it appears, could nominate somebody, and then because of our rules and whatnot, well, out of courtesy, when y'all ask for a deferral, most of the times we give you a deferral, but that technically means that they could just request a deferral, and if we're not careful,
Yeah, because
they
I
could just
think
be
it's,
appointing people left and
right,
right by
Three
deferring them.
deferrals.
because
We
I
have
think
to-
it's really kind of by
60
design that
days.
happens.
Yeah,
That
and
we-
We have
really
3,
shifts
so
the balance
on
of power.
one
Yeah, it
doesn't
does.
one doesn't do it, so
that's our
3 of
fault.
them.
We
And
know
we
there's
just
3,
need to
that's
be
what we-
aware of that
we
for
were
next
aware
time.
last time. That was the
Yeah.
whole point, that we need to take action on
That's
people
right.
and take a vote. And I think chair and co-chair, when we have situations like
Yeah,
that, then,
that's right.
then we need to take an action,
Yeah,
If there's
okay,
no point in
that's
deferring. I
right.
think people,
That's right.
And again, as far as the chair, I will leave that up to the committee, because there may be times when you all want to, when it has only happened once or whatever, or you need to get back and you want to defer, so.
yeah.
Yeah.
we need
All
to
right,
take
is there
action.
any other business before the
That's
committee?
okay, it's all good.
Move to adjourn.
Yeah, it is. I was just saying.
Yeah.
It has been moved to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you all for coming,
Jacoby.
and congratulations to you all.